There we go. Last day of being 31. Welcome to vlog 16. Woo! Thought I would spend a few minutes just chatting on my last day of being 31 years old. That will make me 32 tomorrow. For those that aren't good with math, you're welcome. Yeah, I thought it'd be a good chance to just get an easy vlog out. Not too much work, which is nice. I like that. I like being able to get something out without too much effort. It's probably been something that's been an issue for my whole life. I like low effort, but high. I'm all about low effort, high results. Which, being 31, single and not that rich, would suggest that it's probably not the best way of doing things so far. But let's see, maybe times are changing. Maybe one day less effort, high results will be a thing. That's what we're aiming for. I'm sure it's done somewhere out there. I'm sure a few people have done it. Like, who makes, like, real estate agents? Low effort, high results. They've nailed it. Maybe I should have been a real estate agent. Sell houses at obnoxious prices, offering a terrible service. Speaking of which, our shower broke yesterday, but credit where credit's due. Real estate agent got onto that pretty quickly, which, Mike, I haven't been a fan of you so far. This one I'm surprised at. There's still a gaping hole in the backyard that needs fixing, but look, that's fine. I'd prefer water over safety. That's probably a priority, and I think he gets that. That's fine. So, yeah, that's good. But yeah, I thought it'd be good to chat about where I'm going with all this video stuff. I'm struggling to really work out what I want to do with it and actually coming up with ideas. It's really weird. I feel like I've given myself the opportunity to do it, and then I can't work out what I want to do. Like, the biggest issue I was facing was consistency, was getting out there and doing it and not making time for it. And now I'm making time for it. I can't really think of what I want to be doing regularly with it. And I really put a lot of effort on, it'll come, it'll happen, but I don't know, maybe I need to probably actually put some more effort in. Less real estate agent vibes, more who's like a medical practitioner vibes, high effort. That's a good analogy. It's a shit one, but any chance to have a go at a real estate agent that's a win. Maybe I could just go around interviewing real estate agents, like a mockumentary. They've done that. Chasing Sunshine and those vlogs on Netflix. It's been done. It's been done. But the vlogs so far, it's been fun. Like, a couple of them have just been, shooting content in the afternoon with mates and then putting it together. And from all accounts, from the 13 views one got, everyone seemed pretty satisfied. So I can't complain about that. But yeah, I'm still working and trying to do this in my own time, which is good, but probably still need to work out where I'm going to go with it and what I want to do. Because the vlog stuff's fun, but I don't know if there's much longevity in it either. So it's an interesting one. But I think I've got some different ideas and new things I want to do. More sort of focus. I think I just need to be a bit more ballsy with it too. I think I'm a bit scared. I'm kind of thinking of doing this, as a solo filmmaker or solo videographer, and I think I get a bit of fear about going out there. Where if I've got my mates with me, I don't have as much fear because you've got friends with you, and I'm more likely to shoot stuff. So I think maybe there's a lot of fear of me going out and actually shooting stuff by myself. Like, it's just, I don't know, a fear of like looking like some influencer, which I don't want to do. I want to do more sort of filmmaking rather than influencing. But yeah, I think even just maybe having that, like, I thought it'd be sick to go out to an old pub and just shoot that and speak to anyone out there who's willing to speak to me. That would be cool. And then just like you got this cool vlog on an old pub, which could be really cool. Maybe we'll do that. And you might be laughing at that idea, and then joke's on you when I do it and it gets 20 views. So eat it. But yeah, that's something I need to do. Get out there more. And inspiration's tough. Like, I've got some ideas though, things I still want to work on and do, so we'll do that. But how do I feel turning 32 tomorrow? To be honest, I don't really care that much, which is good. I don't really I haven't done a lot of stuff. Like, I haven't done a lot of traveling, never made a lot of money, but I've always done what I've wanted to do and worked on myself, which has been good. But never having much regret, which I think is a good thing. I think it's funny, you turn 21 and you get regret about not doing enough, or, I'm 21, I'm getting old. I feel like the older you get, you start to realise, fuck, this is all a bit harder than we all first thought, and maybe we shouldn't be as tough on ourselves. That's kind of where I'm at now. So, and then when you speak to people older than you, like guys in their 40s and 50s, and you tell them you're 30, they're like, geez, you're so young. I'm like, yeah, that perspective I am, but no regrets. I think I want to start moving and shaking a bit more now, though. I think obviously with COVID and stuff, there was a bit of a pause on, traveling and doing some stuff I wanted, but that excuse has become wearing thin now. We're a bit out of that. But yeah, I think something I'd really like to be doing is more travel and more videos and more vlogs and stuff, which would be good. I guess goals with it. I did have a goal to have 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, just to have a goal. I think that's good, but I kind of do it because I enjoy it as opposed to having any sort of outcome to it. The outcome, I guess, would be to do this full time. That is a goal, but that'd be great. But then again, I still got, I'm doing some cool stuff with work and with other people and businesses, so like I'm not too phased on that either. So I don't know, but yeah, just keeping. I think a goal would be to just really this year just not consistency. Just really start nailing the solo filmmaker. Like, there's a few guys out there I see that do some really cool shit. And I think you can really get a lot done and really get momentum with it as well. Start doing some, more longer length stuff, longer length films or vlogs, and just really just focusing on that more. So that'd be really cool, like getting out there. And once you start getting a name for yourself, or I think you start really getting some followers, I think there'll be more opportunities will open up. I think, I feel there's a few sort of like subcultures or places I want to check out and film, but I feel a bit insecure about talking to people or asking if they're interested, just because I'm not very big. But I don't think that's probably a good way to think about it. Like, for instance, I really want to, LARPing, which if you haven't heard of is where people dress up as, in costumes and like do sort of role play in the park, which I think is actually really cool and it looks really fun. And I'd love to do a doco on them, but they'd be like, oh, who the fuck's this guy? Is he going to make fun of us? That's kind of my mentality behind reaching out, but I think that's a silly mentality. I think you just got to reach out and do it. But yeah, stuff like that would be really cool, going through. See, I don't even know what I really want to do. That's the thing. I just enjoy filmmaking and putting stuff together. That's the trouble. People say, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I just like creating stuff and then, creating videos, like shooting videos with friends at an event in the afternoon and putting it together is so fun, or finding out more about someone's life or what they do. I think that's really cool. I think having filmmaking can be really inspiring to, meet new people or see different ideas we're not used to, which would be really cool. So like an example would be when me and Georgia in Bali, we came across this old dude who'd been working on these two bonsai trees for 15 years. That was his dedication. And I was like, we didn't really look into actually interviewing him. Plus, it was just the English wasn't there. But as an example, like doing content on people like that, or doing videos on people like that, and exploring ideas and concepts and stuff people do, I think is great. I think that's the stuff I really like. I like, your Beau Miles sort of content where it's inspiring, and it's a guy doing stuff we're not used to, and it's really engaging. And I want to bring that element to it with a bit of Louis Theroux, Casey Neistat. Those sort of three guys blended together is really sort of the content I like. Casey Neistat, Louis Theroux, and Beau Miles. You combine those three guys, and that's essentially what I want to be doing. Narration, people, fun, engaging. So like a mix of the narrative style of Beau Miles, the documentary style of Louis Theroux with the solo filmmaker of Casey Neistat. If you mix those three together, that's really the stuff I love doing, and that's what I want to explore more. But I think what is holding me back is actually having the sort of having to get up and go and just actually go and do it and shoot it like this. Like even sitting here to do this, I had resistance until I sat down and I'm doing it, and I'm fine. And I've found every time I've shot something, you've always been able to bring something out of it, which is good. Like, and that's great. You either, happy with the edit you've made, or you've just been happy to interview someone you didn't know and, find out a really cool story about someone. I think there's always something to be gained, and it never seems to be anything lost, which is a good thing to do. Until someone stabs you or something, then it's you'll be in trouble. But until then, that's kind of where it's at too. And even, like, it'd be great to explore this beyond Victoria and make this more of a, going into the outback or Indigenous communities and talking to them and doing things down there. That would be really cool to really kind of hone in on that. Essentially just like early 2000s Vice. That's what I want to be doing, with a bit more fun and, humour into it. But that's really the crux of what I want to do, is just like journalist style / filmmaking / comedy. The biggest setback I thought was being consistent, which is a setback, but I think just having a bit of fear and self-doubt to go out and shoot things. Because the thing about when you're shooting content or filmmaking or whatever, you are getting out of your comfort zone a lot, which can be exhausting, like from traveling to different places to, taking your gear with you, meeting new people. Like, obviously I'm being a sook here, but it can be, it can be a little bit uncomfortable to go and do it. And that can be sometimes hard to get yourself out there to do it. You're like, do I want to do this? What am I doing it? And then I feel like when you're getting out of your comfort zone, your negative thoughts really start to come in, don't they? You kind of start doubting yourself. You're like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Or I guess you should really just change that to be more positive. Maybe I should just do self-help. Maybe I could be the next Andrew Tate. I can shave this head and tell you to buy a Bugatti. Buy a Bugatti. Sex traffic. Stop being a bitch. I could be the Bugatti driving Australian Andrew Tate. And my name's Andrew. I'm halfway there. I just need to start abusing women, and then I'm him, and shave my head. Great. Imagine that. And I would like to do longer sort of, long form filmmaking. I really would. And as a solo filmmaker, I love it. I just love doing my own thing. And I think that's somewhere I'd like to take this once I start getting more sort of momentum and exposure on YouTube. That's where I'd like to go. I don't really have the desire to probably work in bigger teams or, be part of film sets and stuff. I find that all exhausting. I just like the idea of just, one man with a camera getting it done. You don't have to rely on people or stress about things. It's just, you'll stress, but you don't have to stress about other people. It'd be good to have an editor, for sure, and maybe one other person working with me, like on sets maybe, but apart from that, mostly solo, except for 2 other people. So solo plus 2. I'll be solo plus 2. We've got my mate Pat who actually wants to, who will actually join this community when we hit 100,000 subs. He was in the last one. He's a great videographer. So when we hit 100K, Pat, you can't wait. Good on you. You're a good man. But yeah, last day of being 31. I kind of like how I can look back at these all someday too. I think that's cool. Rather than having photos, I've just got videos of me talking shit to camera. And that actually, this stuff would be cool to see, show your kids, wouldn't it? I reckon. Like, I'd be so interested to see, even though I don't really get on with my parents, I'd be super interested to see what they were like when they were my age. That would be cool. And if these last the test of time, this is something your kids can go back and look at and go, oh, that's what, if I have them, that's another thing. Maybe it'll just be me alone in a room at 60, just sitting in the dark watching these. That's a more likely scenario. But in case the other scenario happens of me having children, then I'll have some cool shit to show them. And they could be watching this right now. And hey, imagine that. Imagine they're watching this right now and I'm talking to them while they're watching this. That's hectic. That is hectic. But yeah, so I don't know what else I really want to talk about in this spot or what I'm thinking. These are great. This would be a great way. If people were willing to watch me just sit here talking, that'd be sick. I would just do one of these a week on top of my other stuff, which would give me more video content. So maybe I'll test that out. If I've got anything worth talking about, really. That's the actual situation there. But yeah, so 32. What do I want to accomplish this year? Oh, I want to lose a bit of weight too. I'm getting there. I need to take 10 kilos off. I'm a thick boy. That's the one thing about doing these vlogs. I see myself in the camera and I'm like, oh, that's not great. And I'm aging. The thing is too, the longer it takes for you to get in shape, the older you're getting. Let's say you get skinny at 40. You're ugly at 40. At least at 32, still got it just. Barely. But you got a bit of room to move there. You don't want to be getting in shape later in life. That's it's a waste. You want to be looking good young-ish. Would have been good to be fit at 25, but that's fine. I was okay. But yeah, that's another thing. Probably keep getting in shape. And I've been good at that. It's been fun. But yeah, that's about it. I can't really think of anything else to talk about for now. This will be fine. I hope everyone has a really good day and a great year. And anyone else's birthday out there, happy birthday. Have fun. Enjoy yourself, no matter how old you're turning. Someone once told me you shouldn't worry about aging because some people don't get the opportunity to. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And I've said that to a couple of people and they're like, you're wise. And I told them it's mine. I say, I came up with that. And they're like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, I'm a legend. But yeah, thanks for listening and see you soon, hopefully.